one common goal.
If I cared about being a franchise guy, I would have stayed in Indiana. And I would have stayed in and try to work that situation out. It's all about winning. You know, I personally came here and I chose to come here to give the CB and the guys, you know, support and just being that missing piece that they need. Now it's my job to help my brother here get to those finals and also compete for a championship.
Yeah, it's about winning. It's about being the best team that we can be, and it's about working together. And you know, we keep that in mind every time we're going to be on the floor.
Take us back, if you could. Where were you, and what was your first reaction when you learned that you'd be playing together?
My mother and my agent called seconds apart. My mother had saw it on TV, and my agent was calling me and telling me it was a possibility. So my mother called, it was like I got emotional. And I'm not a real emotional guy. You know, I'm more, people always consider me a real angry guy, you know, but I got emotional because, you know, when you go through what I've been through over the last, you know, 3 or 4 years, and, you know, that's away from basketball and also, you know, with the injury situation, like you want a new start.
I went and met with BC, and he started telling me, you know, he's crazy with it. He was just telling me the potential roster spots, every name in the draft. We've got a lot of things on the table. One is Jermaine O'Neal. Are you cool with that? And I was thinking about it for a minute. And I said, why are you asking me? Just go ahead and do what you do. I mean, that's not even a question.
Jermaine, at your first news conference here in Toronto, Sam Mitchell immediately makes the comparison of you and Chris to the Twin Towers, David Robinson and Tim Duncan. That's a lot to live up to, right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, they won championships, you know, but it's nothing wrong with thinking about. You know, we got to dream big around here, you know, and it starts internally with the team.
You know, believe in having that swagger, you know, that we are, every time we step on the court, we are the best team. You know, and like, again, I know, I finished with the best record before, so my job is to tell these guys, you know, and I'm the old, young guy, you know, because I think they really thought I was like 35, 36 when I got here, and I'm only 29. But just kind of get them some ingredients on you can be this close to being really great, or this close to being, you know, really bad.
Aside from being compared to two of the greatest forwards of all time, Bosh and O'Neal relish the opportunity to teach and learn from each other.
I mean, just on the court, he's been in some of the most dramatic games I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that big game experience is there because, I mean, it's a whole different game when everything is on the line. You know what I mean? And I've only had a taste of it, but in the first round. You know, he's been there when it's like, this is it.
I was watching TV and just showing a bunch of his highlights on TV and some of the things he's done. You know, my respect for his game and him as a person is so high. You know, if I didn't have that respect, you know, because he's a foundation, he's been a foundation for this team for so long, I would have never came here.
That respect for his fellow All-Star also made it easy to accept the chance to play north of the border, despite passing up the shot to play with a king.
Over the final two teams was the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors. My decision on going with the Toronto Raptors was more basically based off guys like Chris Bosh and the character that I know that they have that's very selfless. They know I'm not coming in trying to, you know, be a 20, 30 point a game score. If that happens, if both of us excel at that level, then great, as long as we win it. You know, but I don't have a personal number. I just want to win, and that's the reason why this deal was made.